Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my all-time favorite reads of 2022. I think I've read about like 20 something books in 2022. I know that a lot of people read a lot more than that, but sometimes I have a hard time finding time to read. So I'm just going to show you guys my top reads from series to standalones, and yeah. I know it's different from the makeup videos, but if you want to go ahead and see my top reads, then please keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to start out with the series, the book series first, my top book series. I've read a good amount. I have some back there that maybe you can see, but I'm going to show you guys my top ones. So I'm going to start out with ACOTAR. This is no surprise. I think everyone has read it. It's a book series of just surprises. Like what you think is going to happen is not going to happen. Sadly, I think there's been a lot of spoilers about this book, but I don't want to tell you guys too much, but just know that everyone in this book you just kind of form a connection with, and Sarah J Maas, her writing just allows you to just like be a part of this world, this universe, should I say. I took out Wings and Ruin because I think this actually might be my favorite of the series. I don't want to give too much detail, but if you love fantasy and you love something a little bit spicy, it's here. So there's a lot of forced proximity, there's enemies to lovers, there's just like a lot happening in the whole series. So just highly recommend this entire series if you haven't started reading it already, because the entire world is recommending it. So the next series is also Sarah J Maas, and I will say I don't want to put this above ACOTAR because they love them both. I have a connection with them both, but my connection with the characters of Crescent City, like I feel like I think about them all the time. They're like my babies. But there's something very human and very new age almost of this series, although it is a fantasy. Think Gotham City, but modern, a little bit more modern, but then also fantasy. You know, fairies, the fae world. And if I shall say, reading this book, specifically the last one, the last 3 pages of this book, after reading the ACOTAR series, is mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing, and you will see why if you read it. And I know that there's like a specific order that you're supposed to read all the Sarah J Maas universe books. As soon as I finish Throne and Glass, or start and finish, I have not started it, I want to read them all in that order, so it just like blows my mind. Because I'm ready for my mind to be blown again after finishing the series. I just want to know more. I just want to know more. I want to understand it more. But I highly recommend this series. It's amazing. It's forced proximity, which I would say is actually my favorite type of thing. Forced proximity is my favorite. So this has that. So if you like it, here you go. Fantasy, always nice. So yeah, I just highly recommend. And Sarah J Maas is writing beautiful. It's spicy at times, it's romantic, it's real, and the 2 characters, the man and the woman, I want them and I want to be them both, like at the same time, both of them. So the next series I'm going to talk about is the Twisted series by Ana Huang. I don't want to mispronounce her name. This series is so cute, but these can be read as standalones. So I would recommend, my favorite of the series is book 2, which is Twisted Games. I have something in my eye. There's like a fuzz in my eye and I can't take it out. Whatever. Twisted Games. I have Twisted Hate because the first one, which is Twisted Love, my friend is borrowing, and the second one, another one of my friends is borrowing. But I highly recommend Twisted Games, which is the second one. I'm just going to be talking about Twisted Games right now. The whole series is amazing, really written well. It's written well, and it's very spicy. There's a lot of spice going on. But the Twisted Games book specifically is Forced Proximity, and it's phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Again, I don't want to give much information about any of the books because I personally love walking into books completely blind. If you would like to, I'm going to go ahead and have them all linked down below and you can look up some more stuff, you know, read the backs, all of that. But I like to walk into things blind, so I'm just going to give you the titles and a little sprinkle of what it's about, and then you guys take it from there. Now I'm going to go ahead to standalones, a little classic, well-known one, The Hating Game. This was also a movie, so you've probably seen the movie, but it's a modern rom-com. Super cute, a little quirky. It's like one of those feel-good, like could be Hallmarky rom-coms, but in a book. And I think actually this would be really fun to read maybe around Christmas because it kind of gives that vibe in some parts. But yeah, it's angry man with sunshine girl, you know, that whole thing. Really, really cute, modern, but office love. But really, really well written. It's written by Sally Thorne. So yeah, so we have 2 more books. It Happened One Summer is such a cute book for summertime. I read this when I was actually in the Hamptons this summer, and just like look at the vibe, think about the Hamptons and think about how well that worked. That might be why I love this book so much. This is, again, kind of sunshine stuck-up girl with moody, broody man. It is not necessarily enemies to lovers, but kind of like strangers slash enemies confused by one another to lovers. But it's so cute, and I love the writing is really interesting in this book, but I do really like it. It's by Tessa Bailey, and she has a few other books that I've heard are amazing, and I do plan on reading them. They're all very summery, so I would suggest if you're looking for a summer book, this is awesome. It literally put me in the mood, in the spirits of summer. So yeah, and it's really, really, really cute. So if you want to learn more about it, again, I'll have it linked down below. But yes, I highly recommend it. And I think I might just love it even more just because I read it at the perfect time, in the perfect place. And last, but certainly not least. So this last book, I would say really anyone should read this book. There's something about this book that is just so amazing. Like, I think about this book all the time, and I recommend it to everyone, all ages. Just, I'm sure you've heard of it, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It is phenomenal. There's a plot twist in here that literally made me cry like 100 times, and I absolutely love it. But it's really cool because it's written in the it's hard to explain. It is a reporter who is, you know, speaking in herself, but then she is interviewing Evelyn Hugo, the main lady, about her life. So you kind of get to see this whole woman's life and her 7 husbands, and then you kind of see how it affects the life of the reporter, of the writer. And I just think that it's so unique in that way. And just, I don't want to tell you so much because this book is amazing. Think Marilyn Monroe, think, I don't know, I'm not gonna tell you anything else, but just, it's really, really cool. It's really amazing. So it's speaking back into the 1950s. You know, she's talking about her life. Really hard to explain because there's just so much. There is so much in these 400 pages, and I just highly recommend that you read this book. If you've been wanting to, go buy it. I had a copy, I lent it to someone, they moved away. So I bought another copy, I lent it to someone else, they have it. This is a copy that I'm actually gifting that I just bought from Target. I just go get this book if you want to read a standalone and are interested in anything historical in a sense. It's not necessarily historically accurate, but it's cool because it's written in that time period in it's written about the time period of 1950s. You know, that Hollywood life. I don't know, there's something about it that's just so amazing, and the plot twist, I guess I could call it, is the best part. And yes, so I highly recommend you read this book, but these are all of my favorite books of 2022, my favorite reads. I've read more than just these, and these I will say are my favorites. So yes, thank you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.